Okay, I think we're doing it. Good evening, everybody. I'm so glad that you have joined us tonight. Thank you for jumping on. You're in for a real treat. You know, I always start every presentation by saying that we are all on a health journey, and it looks different for each of us. So tonight we're going to be sharing some great information, sharing some hope, and also sharing a great tool and some tools that I think that you can find value in as you move through your journey to health. I will be weaving my story with some PowerPoint slides. Also, I'll be showing a great website that any of us can just jump on at any time that we all love. And also, the special treat too is we'll be hearing from a couple of friends that will be sharing their stories tonight. So let me just begin by saying that we are all a part of a healthy living revolution, and we are taking healthy back. You know, it doesn't look so great today. There's so many friends that are sick, or we hear that people with cancer or this or that, and kids are getting diseases that only adults used to get. So it's time to take healthy back. And we are sharing the education and the simple solutions that could help with everybody. So I'm so grateful that I've been learning this information for the past 19 years. And yes, you heard it right, 19 years. So I'm going to share my screen right here. And because we love Zoom, and hopefully everybody can see Healthy Made Simple Solutions. So 19 years ago, I was a vitamin junkie. I had a shoebox full of vitamin pills and supplements, yet I was always wondering why I was catching colds, and every cold was resulting in sinus infections. I had knee issues from being a ballet dancer previously, years before. I had moved here 20 years ago, and I had onset seasonal allergies. Came out of the blue, and I was on Claritin. I am a mom. The boys at the time were very small, 3 and 6. I was exhausted all the time and had to have daily naps. When I had the pregnancies with those boys, I was severely anemic both times, even though I was taking a great big iron pill both times. So I had to have, or almost had to have, blood transfusions each time. So that made me very skeptical about those iron pills. I thought I ate well. I think a lot of us do. And when I had the energy, I would work out. I had been a group fitness instructor, and I loved working out. So that was my normal back then. I wish I had worked out more, but as I said, I had energy issues. And around that time, I was invited to a seminar. It was a nutrition seminar given by a very animated RN, a nurse who at the time was living in St. Louis. And she had an overhead projector. Remember, this is not PowerPoint years ago. This is 19 years ago. It was an overhead. And she put up this slide, or this overhead, and it is an article from a 1994 Newsweek magazine. And it discussed the controversy over fragmented megadosed vitamin pills. And remember, I was this vitamin junkie. It cited a 10-year study that was done with 29,000 men from Finland who were given megadoses of antioxidants, vitamin C, E, and beta-carotene. And the hypothesis was that the vitamin group would have less cancer. However, they had to stop the study at 8 years because the group that were taking these vitamin pills had not more cancer, but also faster growing cancer than the placebo group. And they had to stop the study, and it threw the research community into a tizzy. They had never seen anything. Now, this was back in 1994. It was news to us back then, but I was just getting this 7 years later. And I'm going, wow, I didn't even know about this. Maybe there is something. Maybe I should throw that shoebox full of vitamins out, or maybe it's doing more harm than good because I was megadosing so much. So it made me really think. And I also thought, now, where do vitamins come from? Okay, they come from food. Well, since that article and since that time, there are thousands and thousands of studies that show that cancer, or can be prevented by eating a variety of fruits and vegetables. This is an American Cancer Society poster. You don't see a vitamin there, right? You see food, but it's not just cancer. There are other diseases too, and they've linked nutrition in helping to prevent these other chronic diseases that we are all worried about, I think. I think this is something that back of our mind, we might have a family history or know people. This is all very concerning. The statistics do look grim. However, there is hope. And here's Dr. Bill Sears, America's pediatrician, author of 40 books. And he says that, we have to educate ourselves and we have to be diligent, but have hope, because there's 75% of all chronic diseases can be preventable. And that is really good news. What about our kids? As I said, kids are getting diseases that only adults used to get. Dr. David Katz from Yale University says this generation might be of children have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. And I don't want that. That shouldn't be. That's wrong. So, what can we do about it, or why? What is going on? Toxins are everywhere. I'm not going to go into all of that, but what we breathe and what we put on our skin. But how about the toxins that are in and on our food and the other things that we consume? So our food quality is decreasing for sure. So we all know this. We're all supposed to be eating half our plate at each meal with fruits and vegetables. Well, after that seminar, the person who had brought me to the seminar gave me a little cassette tape, and I put it in the car and listened to it. And it was a wonderful infectious disease physician, but he was quoting a doctor, Dr. Bruce Ames, who's a famous American biochemist, who was saying, you might as well stand unprotected in front of an x-ray machine as to not eat enough fruits and vegetables. Well, and I thought, wow, I know that they're good for you, but I had no idea that they were that protective, that they were that important or that impactful. I had no idea at the gravity of this. And then, of course, why? Everyday living causes free radicals and oxidative stress, which damages healthy cells. This is basic kind of nutrition science. As I sit here right now, I am burning energy. And the byproduct of that are free radicals. So if a car burns gas, there's exhaust. Or if there's a log burning and then there's ashes, you can liken that to free radicals. That's part of metabolism, and that's oxidation. It's what happens. Antioxidants from fruits and vegetables neutralize those free radicals and protect your cells. So grab that apple and cut it up, cut it in half and watch it go brown. That's oxidation. But grab that lemon, it's a fruit, and you squeeze the lemon on that apple. And in that lemon, of course, are antioxidants because it's a fruit. And it will help to protect and keep that apple younger, if you will, and protected. So that's really important. But here's something else. What makes a green bean green or an orange orange, those things are called plant chemicals, or phytonutrients is what the scientific word is. These are vitamins and trace minerals and antioxidants and everything else to help prevent disease. So here is a list of 400 ingredients that they have found and named in an apple. Scientists believe that there are 10,000 in one little apple, or one piece of broccoli, or one tomato. Okay, each piece of produce have different colors, and fruits and vegetables have different phytonutrients that do different things for the body. That's why you really need that rainbow of color in your diet to detoxify and protect. Variety is as important as quantity. And another thing is no single fruit or vegetable provides all the nutrients you need to be healthy. So everything you see here in this list, and remember this is only partial list, but everything you see is in the right ratio and the right balance and synergy. And your body knows exactly what to do with it because it's food. I love that. Compare this to a multivitamin over here, 20 isolated components. That's why a vitamin could never replace the apple. So great. So wonderful. But we have at that point I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to go out and buy as many fruits and vegetables as I can or can afford. But here's the problem is that we have a situation And today's mass-produced fruits and vegetables pack less of a nutritional punch. There's no vine ripening, and everything's picked early and brought in from long distances. The soil conditions are definitely different than they were years ago. So our fruits and vegetables have lost their nutrient content. They're deficient. And that's why they say now 7 to 13 servings per day. The 5-a-day campaign is history. So it's 7 to 13 per day. That's a lot, but maybe we can try and do that. So at this point, I just really had to go home and ask myself, all right, how healthy am I? Let's really look at what I'm doing here. Maybe if I did some little changes or did something, I might feel better. I might not have to have that daily nap. I might be able to work out. My knees might stop hurting. So eating real food, exercise, drinking water, sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night. That's what we call the core 4. And I was doing most of this kind of drinking water. I definitely needed to do that more. But eating real food, what kind of variety was I getting? Really, truly, I had to be honest with myself. The nurse that spoke that day was talking about a simple solution, not a replacement, but a way to ensure that I could get that variety every single day that we so desperately need, our bodies need. So for me, it was making that one little change, that one simple change to armor our bodies, to armor myself. And it was with this Juice Plus. Now, Juice Plus is 25 years old. Okay, I heard about it 19 years ago. And when I looked at what was in it and the variety, I was pretty much very much blown away. And it's very unique. It is gluten-free, it's vegan, it's non-GMO, it's dairy-free, it has food labels, it's concentrated vine-ripened whole food. It is not a vitamin. And so when I looked at the label, I saw a nutrition facts label. So here is a vitamin pill right here, and if you look in the back, it says supplement facts. And then if you, I hope you can see this, this is the bag of carrots.
No sound.
Okay, I don't know how that happened. That was very interesting. You can hear me now? All right.
Yes, but you froze with the placemat up.
Okay, and is the PowerPoint, now can you see the PowerPoint again? Thumbs up, can you see the PowerPoint? Okay, good. All right, let me go from there. Okay, so I don't know why that happened, but anyway, so now you can see there's the supplement facts and the nutrition facts. It is food in states that don't tax food. Juice Plus is not taxed. And this is what really sets it apart from everything else, is that there is research. Because I was still skeptical when I heard about Juice Plus. No vitamin that I had in that shoebox proved that it was going to work or get in my body. But Juice Plus had that proof. It had that research. And this really blew me away. So you might recognize some names of some of these research institutions in here. These are double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. They're randomized. They're on people. They're clinical studies, research, and it's original. It's on the product itself, not on something in the product. What I love is that the Juice Plus research is not disease specific, but every disease fits into a category. So we can show you a little later, some of what the research shows besides getting into your bloodstream. I mean, they could have stopped right there. 19 studies show that. And to date, there are 39 studies, which is just really amazing. So to finish out, what happened with me is that I ended up getting on Juice Plus 19 years ago, been on 2 rounds of antibiotics within those 19 years, rather than 2 to 3 per year. And I forgot I had knee issues. I run and I cycle and I do all kinds of exercise. So I'm back to my old self. Honestly, I feel better now, and I'm 62 and I'm not on any medications. And that's the way I want to stay. Sure, I might catch a cold once in a while. Actually, kind of don't remember the last one I had, but it just simply goes away now. And I feel better now than I did in my 40s. And that's, for me, it's all about anti-aging. That's kind of my goal. I want to die young, but as late in life as possible. And so this is helping me to achieve that. I'm going to close out my PowerPoint here. And I'm going to ask if Melinda could unmute herself and come on. Our team name is Team Difference because we are making a difference in the lives of many people around the country. So I couldn't keep this to myself. And Juice Plus is not sold in stores. You'll not find it in stores because you need that little extra education. And the company's mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. So I met this beautiful woman at a women's volunteer. Thank you. And volunteer club. And so I had to share with her. Okay, Melinda.
Well, thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that. And I was very thankful that you shared Juice Plus with me. I think it's 3 years ago that I've really fully committed to taking Juice Plus, because what I was taking before was a bottle of Advil on a daily basis. So I would wake up with a headache, my knees hurt, my back hurt because I had years as a stunt woman in Los Angeles. So those aches and pains were coming back. So what I really went to was my Advil on a daily basis. I knew I was eating well, but I wasn't eating enough variety, and I wasn't eating all the servings I needed to have in my daily routine. So when Cindy introduced me to Juice Plus, it made a lot of sense to add to my diet. Now, when I signed up to take Juice Plus, my husband was a little reluctant at first, but he quickly got on board, and he suffered. He's not really a healthy guy. He was not eating well. His definition of fruits and vegetables were really a banana, radish, head lettuce, and every so often carrots. So he really did benefit greatly from taking Juice Plus, and felt that immediately within the 2 to 3 weeks of taking Juice Plus, and felt a rise in his energy, which was terrific. And one thing that's happened for him, he suffered from chronic gout. So if anyone knows about gout, it's extremely painful, and he would have to take a steroid in order to make that gout go away. So since he's been on Juice Plus, he has not had any gout attacks, thank God. And he also had very high cholesterol and high blood pressure, and he is now, thankfully, off of all of that medication. So I have to say that it's really changed our lives, and I've seen it change by being consistent with taking their Juice Plus. And I also use the Complete, which I know we haven't talked about, but Complete bars and shakes, and it's really made a difference to our health. So I highly recommend it. And also, it's another reason that I have it in my life is prevention, because I have a family history, as we all do. I have a family history of cancers and other diseases that I really don't want to have to face. So one quote that I heard from a wonderful speaker, Leanne Harris, she said, "You either pay for your health now or you pay for it later." So I'm very happy to have Juice Plus being a part of my life, and it will always be a part of our lives. So thank you, Cindy.
Wow, that's powerful. And that's so true. Thank you, Melinda. If you don't want to just mute yourself again, and then I can share here. I'm going to share a little website here, which we absolutely love. And it's called the HealthyLivingRevolution.com. And this is free education and resources for anybody and everybody. You don't have to be a part of our community or even be on Juice Plus. You can actually go here any old time and use these wonderful resources. Very quickly, this is the home page. And when you scroll down, you'll see there's these cookbooks here. I love these cookbooks. They change them up every 4 months. You can download them and print them out, or you can use them digitally. I can't believe I said that. And they're pretty heavily plant-based, but you can also add in your protein too. So they're wonderful. There's a little introductory video here, and there's these wonderful resources, which I will kind of go over from the top here. Revolution Cookbook, it's right there. And then this is the Healthy Living Revolution Live. These are wonderful webinars that we have made available to us that are conducted and done by different healthcare professionals. Some of the topics, they're all different. They're about 30 minutes long. And there's Dr. Valerie Miles talking about children's nutrition. There's one on bariatrics basics, eye health, gut health. Dr. Valerie Early, I love this one. She talks about heavy metal toxicity and everything that's current and up to date. The wonderful nurse that talked to me, that did that seminar 19 years ago, she's on there as well. Fertility and diet, inflammation. I mean, it goes on and on. There are so many webinars. And you can just click on that, and then you can see the current webinar, which is by Dr. Mike Ewald. He's a chiropractor. And under that, you see previous episodes, and you could click on that. Home Fitness Series. Oh my gosh, this is so great. This is a fantastic book that you can download, all kinds of different articles on nutrition. You can also watch and get to your living room, put this on. Videos, exercise videos, Pilates, yoga, several of them. I mean, there's so many of them. Also high intensity interval training videos that you can do right in your home. So there's no excuses. Charity miles. What is charity miles? So every time you get on a bike or you go for a walk, you can upload your miles, and this company, this wonderful company that we're part of will actually donate to your favorite charity. And there's a whole list of charities there, from Alzheimer's to diabetes to ALS to St. Jude, which we do a lot of work with St. Jude. We sponsor, the Juice Plus company puts on their marathon every year. But you can actually be part of a team. It's really awesome. Community events. We love to do, and Melinda has this a lot, the salad in a jar parties. We have wonderful lectures. So get with the person who invited you onto this or shared this with you and ask them what's going on locally. And the Freedom Revolution. Freedom Revolution is a website that talks about why people like us, me and Melinda, have joined in this mission and have gotten really excited about this. So you can hear stories from people that you might relate to. These are maybe athletes or medical professionals or parents, teachers, military, and other professionals that have decided to partner with us and come alongside us. 80% of the people that take Juice Plus are just that, or just consumers. But there's a lot that decide that they want to join our community and share with others because they are thinking, gosh, I know of other people that need to hear about this. Or they just make this a plan B, maybe a second income, or it might turn into a plan A. It could be very many things. And the company itself has been around 50 years. So there's longevity and there's lasting. It's a very stable and lasting company. Start Strong over here is a wonderful children's program, and this is also where you can download a booklet and activities. Kids can actually do YouTube videos. It's all private and safe, but it's really fun for kids to come here too. The Children's Health Study is wonderful. It is actually now called the Family Health Study, whereby kids can get their Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years. They have to be between 4 and undergrad college kids, but a parent or an adult can get on Juice Plus, and then they can actually bring on a child for free for up to 4 years. So that's really pretty amazing. And that study's been going on a long time. There's over 1 million children now doing this study, and the results have been absolutely phenomenal. So one simple change, I'm going to click here because this is important to remember to go back to. And what you might want to watch, and of course it's buffering, it kind of takes some time when Zoom is open. And what you'll want to do is come back here and watch these videos. This is a great video about Juice Plus and how it's made. It actually goes into exactly how it's made, and they're very transparent about that, how the company contracts with the farmers. And what they're showing in this particular video is how the cranberries are picked and harvested, juiced, and how the whole thing is processed into a powder form. The micronutrition is our Juice Plus. It's the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries. Here they are right here. And that's kind of the fuel to the engine, our micronutrition. We also now have omegas. We have a mega blend. It's all plant-based, cold pressed seed oils and algal oil, which is the algae that the fish eats to get the omega-3. But we bypass the fish. There's no fish, and it's just the algal oil. So an amazing new product. And then also comes in gummies, because these can be great to throw into a lunch bag or a snack, or a lunchbox or a backpack, or adults like these too. If you can't swallow the capsules, you can take the gummies too. So there's the berry gummy and the fruit and vegetable gummies. We also have our wonderful complete, which Melinda was just mentioning. This is a plant-based protein powder, and you'll want to watch this great video right here. Later on, you can access it. And we have the bars too. So this is our macronutrition. I love it. And it tastes delicious. A lot of these protein powders, great idea, but they're just horrible. And this is gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, the works. And over here is our Tower Garden, which is a vertical growing system, which I just love. It's fabulous. You can grow indoors or out. Indoors, you have these grow lights, and you can grow 20 different plants, greens, vegetables, tomatoes. It's wonderful. So you'll definitely want to come back and watch all 3 of these short videos. One simple change, I just love that, because that's what it meant to me when I heard about Juice Plus. It's like, if I could just add one thing, maybe it might make a difference. And I'm going to stop share here and ask that Monica unmute herself. And Melinda, are you muted? Yes, you are. Okay, so Monica, if you can unmute yourself and then tell us your story, that would be great.
Thank you, Cindy. I'm not one to typically remember dates very well, but one date I do remember well is June 19th, 2013. That's the day I started my quest for a better, healthier life. I remember this date because it's the day that I became a statistic. I remember the date because it's the day I was told that I had stage 1 non-invasive ductal carcinoma, breast cancer. Saying those words now, 5 years later, is a lot easier than it was back in 2013. But there's a reason for that. And that reason is because I feel as though I have found something that can help protect me from a chance of reoccurrence better than anything else on the market. I do believe in modern medicine, and I think prescription drugs have its time and place, but I don't believe that there is anything that can compare to the power of whole food nutrition. 2013 was a scary time in my life as I started my research to find something simple to help me get healthier. Give me confidence that my life isn't going to be cut short. That search proved to be a little more difficult than anticipated, and it left me pretty skeptical that such a product even exists. Then it was probably about 2.5 years ago, Melinda and I are kind of on the same time path, when I was introduced to Juice Plus. In watching a video about the product, I listened to a doctor talking about improved periodontal health. And that caught my attention because that's something that I had been struggling with for years. So I thought, well, why not? I'll give it a try. I've tried everything else. What's one more thing? So I had been on the product for about 5 months when I went in just for a regular routine checkup. When my dentist, who knew that I had gotten off of all of her prescriptions, asked me what I had been doing differently. Well, the only change that I had made is adding Juice Plus. And so she asked me what I was doing differently because my gums had healed themselves. And so She was not surprised by my answer, and she encouraged me to keep taking it because she had read all the studies, and she too was a consumer of Juice Plus. So that kind of ding, 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 and got me to the point where I started paying more attention to these capsules that I was putting into my body. And I went to events, I listened to doctors and other people in the medical field. And I slowly discovered that I had finally found that which I had been looking for just years prior, just that simple solution. So, you know, I don't know what my health future has in store for me, but you can bet that I feel so much more confident, armed with the knowledge that I have, knowing what these capsules are doing to me and for me. I don't have that same fear that I had just a few short years ago. And I look forward to my years ahead, and whatever comes my way, I take comfort knowing that I have the best protection that I can possibly have.
Mm.
Thank you.
Ooh, wow. Thank you. Man, that was phenomenal. Thank you so much for sharing that, Monica. It's the personal stories, I think, that really always just speak volumes. Monica is always a part of our Shred 10 program, and I'll tell you really quickly about that. It's a wonderful program that we can wrap around these products, and it's a 4-month program, but it's a 10-day jumpstart, because Juice Plus comes in a 4-month supply, so you'll be ordering that. But you'll also be doing other things. So we take 10 days, and there's a shred guide and their guidelines, and we do things like eliminate gluten and sugar and dairy, you know, a lot of inflammatory foods, and we eliminate those. We can do anything for 10 days, and yeah, maybe eliminate the alcohol and the caffeine too, or lower it. That's what I do. And then we add things like our Juice Plus. We add our shakes every day, twice a day, once or twice a day, lots of water, exercise, 10 days. We're on a private Facebook group. We have so much fun. There's a lot of support and a lot of education. And we together do it for 10 days, and people feel phenomenal. So that's something to consider too. And you can actually look at a video when you click Shred 10 there. More about that. There's also a wonderful cookbook too. So Juice Plus, you know, it's been around a long time, but it is that one little, I don't even like to call it a product. It's really, it's a simple solution to many people's worries, many people's problems, whether they have picky eaters or you're not getting the variety like I don't. Most people don't. You know, we really have to be real. And vitamins don't cut it. So, you know, you can decide what you want to do. Juice Plus for the trio, what we call our trio here, it's just over $2.50 a day for 30 pieces of produce. With the complete, we're at 45 plant foods for $4.50 or 60 cents a day, which is still such a bargain. So I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to watch this tonight. You can just go and not do anything and just enjoy this wonderful website. And you know, use it to help you in your health journey, or you can order Juice Plus. It's a 4-month supply, and get started right away and start flooding your body, armoring your body with this protection and wonderful plant food. Or, you know, if you really like this, join our community. We have so much fun, and we are sharing with people. We're making a difference. It's not about selling, it's more about sharing and caring. And we have a lot of fun. Our team name is Team Difference. It stands for Dynamic, Inspiring, Fun, and Feisty. We do have a lot of fun too. So we welcome you, and we want to thank you. And I want to thank Monica and Melinda for sharing their stories tonight. They're awesome.